Idemo improvizacija samo.
Episode 5. Can you believe it? In this episode, we're going to talk about fossil fuels. We're going to talk about Kiev considering renaming Russia and Novak Djokovic. Yes. First topic is European Union agrees to push for global phase out of fossil fuels ahead of COP28 climate conference. European Union countries agreed to promote a global fossil fuel phase out on Thursday ahead of the United Nations COP28 climate summit this year, attempting to boost a global deal that failed at last year's summit. Ministers from the 27 EU member states approved a text of their diplomatic priorities ahead of the COP28 summit, which begins on November the 30th in Dubai, where nearly 200 countries will attempt to strengthen efforts to rein in climate change. Right. So COP28, guys, what do you think? What do you think of this news? First of all, I honestly, when I think of all this climate change and everything, and the change of fossil fuels and all that, just like moving away from it. I understand that they're pushing this, especially European Union, because they want to get rid of the Russian fossil fuels and everything. Especially at this moment. But honestly, the only picture in my head is a highway, hundreds and hundreds of electric cars, snowed in winter, and that's it. The end.
No battery.
What do you do? You're gonna turn the heating on. You're gonna turn the heating on in your car. Yeah, you will turn it on, but for how long?
We're just gonna start drinking some good strong alcohol to heat up in this.
We're gonna start
cars.
So we're gonna stop importing fossil fuels. We're gonna start importing potato fuel, like vodka. Importing vodka from Russia.
That's my first
association
thought about that.
Yeah.
Or if you're with some young girl, you can do something else. But
yeah. You can keep the temperature up.
It will be all foggy, but never mind.
This car driving itself, so you don't need to worry about your glass in the car.
Right, so that's it. First topic solved. We got a solution. Right.
You must have a young girl with the car.
I know, yeah. Oh man.
All the alcohol.
Yeah. It's either or both. Oh, you may overboard it. If you have both, you might burn out, mate.
Oh.
Dangerous to burn out. Yeah.
Our friend from Amsterdam was a few days ago, and he told me that he told Strahin actually that car on electricity after 5 years have only 50% of battery or something like that. So I think we don't have technology to switch right now to electric cars, or if we have some other technology, they don't reveal to us. And what is most interesting, the Europe has a lack of electricity this year. You all read for blackouts and stuff like that. So if they want to go on electricity, I think they need to use coal or nuclear energy. And in our introduction, you say that they want to get rid of Russian fossil, but you know who is the main supplier of the nuclear plants?
Is it Ukraine or Russia?
Russia. You know what is?
Isn't
what
that
is
like against the rules or something like that? Isn't it like against the monopoly, or like there should be some rules? You can't
you
have
can't
the
have
most
everything.
fossil fuels and then the most clean energy. Like it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, and they don't have sanction on that
They don't have sex.
sanction.
You can't.
Sanctions.
Sanctions.
Sorry,
Daniel is
Mr.
still in the car. Daniel, we must get out of the car with the young girl.
Man, I don't know. I'm in a t-shirt, man. I don't know. I'm not very good temper.
We spare some electricity.
I guess Serbia is on sanctions from Russia today.
Oh man, what was that? Why? What are you drinking, Nicola? Veseli.
Yogurt.
Oh, yogurt.
Yes.
Nah, considering next time,
See?
knowing your political ideologies and all that, I reckon you're drinking White Russian.
I must switch.
I'm just joking.
Actually, no, we have a lot of Russian products now in Serbia.
Really?
We didn't have it. Yeah, a lot. We didn't have it in the past that much.
Apart from the
I don't know
politics,
how.
what else have we got?
I guess.
Is communism still there?
Yeah, you know what I saw a few days ago? First Tesla on NS on the Serbian tables. Plates.
What do you mean?
Sorry, plates.
Plates.
Yeah, on Serbian plates. We
First-
didn't. Tesla car.
Like a car.
Yeah, Tesla car.
Oh,
I don't know
which one was it? Was it S model or something like that?
Yes, big one. That is why I noticed. Tesla 3, I wouldn't notice.
Hey, do you know what? I went, like, do you know when, like, a couple of years ago when Corona was like a peak and there was like all these restrictions and whatnot. I went to the nearby. There's like a town. So I went to buy running shoes because I was into running. I started running and all that, and I went to buy some running shoes. And I went to like independent shop, like a little shop, and it was in the area. The area is called Aldery Edge, and I went there, and that's where all the footballers in Manchester live.
Oh my God, Beverly
Footballers,
Hills.
basically, yes, the Beverly Hills of Manchester. No, honestly, like there's all just loads of posh, fancy people like driving expensive cars. I drive my car, which is just like Mr. Bean, Mr. fucking Bean, and just falling apart. And I had to parallel park as well in between a couple of cars. And I had to parallel park, and I'm just thinking for myself, just don't hit any cars. Just don't hit any cars. Stop this. It was like really tight space, and I was just like. And like in front of me there was some massive Tesla, and behind me it was just like some massive Mercedes. Like I don't know, just everything was just very, very expensive. I was just don't hit any cars.
Yeah. I watched some old interview with Darko Milicic. He's our basketball professional.
I know who is. That's
player.
the guy who Serbia paid $1 million to bail him out from the prison. Is that the guy?
Yeah, something like that.
who knocked out an American guy in a club?
No. This is the second pick from the NBA draft.
Isn't that the guy who knocked out the guy?
No, that is
That's the other one.
Oh, there's the other one.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Oh, right.
Yes. But listen his story. He came and as second pick and he got a big salary. And when the American people ask him what he will buy for the first page, he said,
Goal 4,
yeah, goal 4.
I saw the video today.
Literally, goal 4. He say, yes, this is new car, brand new, something like that. And when the salary, when he actually get paid, and when he saw his salary.
Paycheck.
He was like,
Paycheck, yeah.
oh, paycheck. Yeah. He said, oh my God, and go and buy 4
He
cars.
bought Audi 8, Mercedes CLS, 4 cars. He just gave it to him $500,000 there.
Yeah, BMW 5.
There was like I think Shaquille O'Neal did something with it as well. Yeah. I think everybody.
Shaquille in some store, how it's called, I forget. He spent like $1 million, yeah, just furnishing his house.
Oh no, he bought all the furniture for his house. I think Shaquille bought from like Walmart or something like that. I think he went to Walmart. He went to Walmart, yeah.
That's what
But Walmart is like I don't know. You've been to Walmart. You've been in America.
I was,
yeah.
yeah.
It's massive, isn't it? And everything is just like everything is just
you
cheap.
can everything basically.
Yeah. It's like dirt cheap. Yeah. Anyways, fossil fuels. Let's get back on the topic. Are we still on this topic?
Yeah.
Fossil fuels. Yeah. Nico, Wesley, have you got any other thoughts on this?
Yeah, I just remember one joke when we talk about these rich people. I saw only the poor people are complaining. The rich ones are quiet and they suffer in the quiet, of course.
They suffer in silence.
They suffer in silence. So
Oh man,
about this topic, I know what to say. I don't believe in that how do you say klimatske promjene.
Climate change.
Climate changes, yes, because I read some article where I don't know, like 90% of that
pollution.
Pollutions are actually of volcans and stuff like that, you know.
Can
So
you
I don't
find
know.
an article? I'd like to read that as well. No,
Yeah,
not at the moment, obviously. Yeah, but when you get a chance, if you could find it, I'd like to read it. It sounds interesting. But do you know what? As well, this pollution and everything. As far as I understand it, the Earth goes through cycles as well.
Yes, that is my point.
Yeah. So the Earth goes through cycles. So, like it's inevitable. It's inevitable.
But what's funny, we're in cycle of cold weather now, as I saw somewhere.
Actually,
we are going in like ice age right now. So that's that story about climate.
Did you read that article
and,
from America?
Overheating is I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe this
For me,
maybe this is the way how we get into the ice age.
Yeah.
Did you saw America picture? Is that article from America?
in California, yeah, it's no like people are dying there. So I don't know how they're gonna put the story.
But
I don't know. For me, like everything is rigged. It's just about the money. Like 5 or 10 years ago, the World Health Organization declared that red meat is cancerogen. So we now have a lot of vegans with fake sausages, burgers, and stuff, and they didn't ban red meat. They now sell red meat, they sell fake red meat, they sell fake I don't know what. They declare that cigarettes are cancerogen. They maybe are, but they didn't ban it for good. They just find new ways to sell vaporizers, this small thingy with tobacco that you put in electric shit and you smoke it. So you have new products and you still have the old products and have more income from all
more
that.
ways to spend money.
Yeah,
Goran, you get this personally, man. I guess you like red meat.
I always get it personally. This with fuel is also, yeah. I was like, when Tesla came out, that's cool. I'm gonna buy one. But now when I see infrastructure is not there yet.
Oh,
so
it's absolute shit, honestly. Do you
Yeah.
know what, like a few years ago, like 2000 and 2018, do you remember, like all of us, four of us, sat in the car and we drove from Manchester to Serbia?
Serbia.
Yes. And then from Serbia, we drove to Greece. And then from Greece, we drove back to Manchester. Imagine that with electric car.
That's trip.
Imagine that.
That was a trip.
Imagine that with electric car.
You would need 2 months.
Absolutely, yeah. You have to be like masochist, or you have to hate yourself, to do that. This so we have some cousins here, and they bought an electric car, and they only wanted to go on a holiday south of England. I mean, it's a bit of a trek, but it's not like a major trip. You're not going like through continents and stuff. You're going just south, so you need maybe like, I don't know, at most 6-7 hours of drive. So a few hundred miles. I don't know, like
with the regular car.
Yeah. But they had massive drama, and then the chargers didn't fit. Like you have Tesla chargers, then you have normal electrical chargers, and then you have superchargers and whatnot, and then you had the biggest thing was queue. You have to queue up. There was a queue. There was like 3-4 cars. There was like 3 or 4 cars in front of them. So you have to wait for them to few hours.
Here in Vienna, you have a lot of chargers around, but every charger is a different company, or I don't know, and you have to have for every company unique card, so you can pay with one card. So you have to have a pile of cards, and there is stop to charge this. So for me, in this moment, the buying an electric car is a nonsense.
Do you know what? If I had a driveway, I don't have a driveway. If I had a driveway that I can get my car in, I would consider buying an electric car. But buying an electric car, the smaller one that goes maybe, I don't know, 60 miles per charge or something like that, just to have a second car to whiz around, the town and just those little short trips. Other than that, I prefer petrol or diesel car.
For me,
I can't
the
even.
Small car around the city for me is also nonsense when you have a good infrastructure with public transportation like metro, bus, and tram. I don't know. You first of all, with car in big city, you have to find the
parking.
Yeah, and that's like losing a half an hour just on that.
And costs like a tenner if you want to park for that or something like that. Yeah.
So
you need a bicycle and the red meat, man.
Yeah, and cigar in your mouth and good strong alcohol. And winter come.
So you need some vegetables, some potatoes, some red meat, cook a stew, and all that.
Yeah.
Keep it warm in the winter.
Yeah, I prefer mine idea. Young girl.
What was it going to say? What was your... Yeah. The steaming glasses. Foggy glasses and all that.
Titanic, Titanic scenes.
Oh man, honestly. Just I honestly I don't know how they're gonna pull this off. I get it. They wanna get more away from
they're gonna push it with tax releases.
Here you don't have to pay road tax. Like like with my previous car, I paid like 200 and over 200, like £250 per year for the tax. If you had an electric car,
Yeah.
you will pay zero. If your emissions are under 100 grams,
CO2.
yes, yeah, you pay like 30 quid or something like that, or it's free.
I don't know what the situation is here, but I noticed that the electric cars have green plates here. So I just heard that they
Yes,
pay less taxes, and I
it's
don't know.
less tax, and some places, some councils here, they give you free car park as well.
Yeah.
But as soon as the majority of people have electric cars, they're going to lose income in taxes. They're going to lose income in all other benefits, and they're going to go, "Hey, wait a minute, we need to find a way to get this money because everybody used to pay us this money. Now we don't have." And then they're going to start charging, charging whatever
But
electric car owners, and then
100%, yes.
we as users are on the same shit. Like now here in Manchester, like mayor of Manchester, don't want to say his name. People know his name. He is like implemented this massive green, like when we were traveling to Germany, you get into the town, and in order to get into town without paying a fine, you need to have prepay something to enter the town, depending on your emissions for the car.
Yeah, you can't even enter with some euros. I think below 5 or something like that.
Yeah. So basically, when we had a booked stay. When we were traveling that to Greece, it was 5 years ago now, and back, and we stayed in a couple of times in Germany, couple of nights, and I had to go to like a MOT service, like service place, where they like service your cars, and when you do like a technical bits for your car, for the whole year and stuff. So they issue you, they examine your car and they issue you with this thing, and then you can go. So basically, and when you go, but it's just the inner city that is limited to. Here, there's fucking everywhere you go. Like literally, if I go walk out, I live in a outskirts. I live in a Greater Manchester. I live like basically in the outskirts, in the towns around the outer ring of Manchester. There's a motorway, there's a highway going around the Manchester, and there's basically the outer ring, and there's the city center is a few miles in as well. So it's not just for the city center. This is just for the outer ring as well. If you go outside, literally, if I go outside and move the car one street, I'm just gonna get fucking fined. Absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, there was loads of protests about it, and people don't fucking like this idea at all, and people are against it. And so now everything is on hold at the moment. He didn't introduce it, but it was a massive thing, like a conflict of interest here as well, because I think his wife is involved into some other company that has something to do with it. Like usually like politicians do, they have their hands in
lobbying.
Honestly, they have hands in all the pockets around, and they just try to get as much money as they can, as long as they're in power, and then just to set themselves up. Nobody gives a fuck about normal people, which is so fucking annoying, honestly. And I don't know, man. Honestly, I'm just so fed up. Honestly, I don't know how people just fucking take it, and how long you're gonna bend over and just fucking take it all day long.
In the end, you don't have a lot of choice if you don't have a lot of money. I saw a lot of protests in Serbia, in Bosnia, and I think that's great. People are stopped bending over, but they just can't go on and on because in media you're ignored. In the end, they're gonna put some of their people between the normal and just make them fight like happened in Serbia or in Bosnia. And this protesting is just gonna stop
in
a few months, years, and that's it. they have more money, more power, and I think just like one person on, or you just gonna have to find a way to find a good and just swim in this situation. I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's all that
what I just read on Facebook few hours ago, that what can apply on this subject. It was one stats on Facebook or something like that. My son just stole money from my bag, and he even lied to me what to do. And the first commenter was put him in some political
Party.
park. Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying it. Yeah. He stole the money from the purse and he lied to me. He lied to my face about it. Yes, yeah.
we till the first of March in Vienna had to wear the masks because of COVID, who is now long
Forgotten, yeah.
disease. Yeah. And one of our councillors here in Austria had a secret fabric with people who didn't have, how do you say, they work on black. How do I say
the
that
black
in
market,
English?
yeah, they're like a
Black market people.
Was it like a factory facility?
They was
manufacturing masks.
producing this
With
mask,
some immigrants.
FP2, yeah, with immigrants. That's
Shocker! What? What? No,
story.
never. A politician did that. No way. Guess what?
No.
Guess what? Somebody, I'll tell you a story, and then you tell me who do you think it is. So there were some rules here, right, during the COVID, and there was rules. You can't have a party. You can't. You have if you're single and have a girlfriend, you could just stay in a bubble. You too. You can't visit your family, or you know, if you're in a bubble with your family, you can't go and visit your girlfriend or whatever. You can't definitely cannot have parties. But then there's people who had parties, who had, girlfriends, who have many bubbles. I'm in this bubble and I'm this bubble and I'm this bubble and all that. So guess who it was? Prime Minister. Ta-da! Yeah, you got it right. Well done.
Boris Johnson.
Oh, yes. Yeah, baby. All day long. He didn't give a shit. Honestly.
But he's so cute.
Such a hypocrite. Honestly, he was such a hypocrite. He's talking about, all these dictators, authoritarian countries and all that. And he is the fucking biggest dictator of all of them, honestly. He made so many fucking rules that didn't apply to him or his buddies or any of his friends, any of them. Honestly, he doesn't give two fucks about people. And now he's just talking. Oh, now when he's out of the office. Oh, yeah, Rishi, you should do that. Oh, Rishi Sunak, you should do that. Like a fucking backseat driver. When you're driving a car and somebody's just like, oh! He slammed the brakes in front of you. Stop! Like, you're gonna crash. Or something like that. Just, honestly, such a dick. Oh, I can't. Do you know what? Honestly, when 2 years ago, when they chose him to be, he was in charge of international, what's the word for it? The word is like foreign affairs. No, not foreign affairs. International, like a minister for foreign affairs.
Yeah.
So basically, you have to go. Your job is to go from country to country, and to represent your country in the best possible way, and all that, make deals with other countries and all that. You know what I mean? In Serbian, minister spolječnih poslova.
Okay.
Ivica Dačić.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean? he doesn't even speak English properly.
So honestly, so he
Milecka.
was representing England, and me. I'm a British citizen, but when I found
Did you vote for him?
no, never.
Did you vote?
When I found that out, but I was ashamed, even though I'm foreign, even though I class myself more because I have dual citizenship, I class myself more as Serbian because I grew up in Serbia for like 20 odd years, and I live here like just over 10 years or so. I found myself ashamed that he's representing me. I consider myself English. I consider myself British, and I consider myself Serbian as well.
So our Ivica Dačić is much better. He can song, Milecka.
That's a tough choice. To be honest, I don't know which was worse. To be honest,
Did you saw him?
this guy looks like a fucking clown. Honestly,
Yeah,
if you could see a clown, if somebody was trying to describe your clown, this is how you would describe a clown.
Yeah, I can bet he was a jerk.
Dačić is just honestly.
Wow.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like a clown. He acts like a clown. He behaves like a clown, but he doesn't like. There's 3 boxes: look like clown, act like clown, like fucking be clown. Dačić.
Boris Johnson is all.
Boris Johnson takes all 3 of them. Dačić is on the 2.
He is the best. Yeah, he's from England. We from Serbia had to learn from you guys from England.
Yeah, the only thing is he doesn't look like.
When Dačić learned English properly, he became all 3 of them.
Yeah, and he will translate Milecka to English.
One second. Is Dačić still Minister for Foreign Affairs?
No, he is now in Parliament. He's a head of the Parliament now.
Oh, moving up in the world?
I don't think so.
More money, less job.
Degrading. Yeah.
Oh, right,
More money, less job.
like
But
a laid back position. Man, honestly.
You know our prime minister now. We have a great prime minister now.
Yeah. Very diverse.
Yeah.
Very diverse. Fits 2023. Serbia ahead of all the other countries, honestly.
Let's keep this subject, please. I'm very traditional.
This is a lesbian who looks like a guy, so can get in the transgender, and he's the prime minister. So,
and they put it in our country. Oh my God!
What do you mean? She's the father?
He had a kid with his partner.
Her partner.
Her
partner.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on,
with the pronouns. Okay.
Yeah. English is hard for me.
Get your kids right.
Okay, sorry.
Apologies right now.
Please, some girls.
Sorry. Yeah,
I just want to apologize to everyone. I just want to apologize to everyone who got offended by this. I'm really, really sorry.
You're right. Not really.
Come on, man.
So sue me if you can find me. Yeah.
You will be a bad politician, man. Very bad.
I don't want to be a politician.
You must learn to lie.
Daniel is on his way. He has a big black mic, and he is good at apologizing to.
No, I need to get the clown looks. I'm lacking clown looks, I guess.
You're good, yeah.
Yeah, that is Prime Minister.
Did I tick that box? Yeah. I just need to make some rules and then break them. And make others suffer.
Yeah, but really, that Johnson is a joke, man.
Yeah, no, honestly, like jokes aside now. And when I said I was ashamed that he was representing my country in the outside world, that I was ashamed. To be honest, I honestly think.
Yeah, but who was the French president? Who was the American president? Who is that there are a lot of
You can't.
clowns.
Well, to be honest, Donald Trump is. I think he's on the same level.
Yeah.
There's something with I think there's something with that blonde hair going on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on with that, but
That I trying to say that right now in every country is in top is it's a lot of clowns.
do you reckon if a time I have one, I could just like go like, "Hey,
Yeah,
vote for
you
me"?
know.
Maybe not. Okay.
But what was funny in Serbia when was voting for president, we had a imaginary guy who had a fake name and last name, and he was like in a top
Belly.
of tour. Yeah,
Yes,
Belly Preletačević.
Yes, I remember that guy. Yeah.
That was a alter ego name, yeah, and he was quoting pretty good.
Yeah, but
that's
his
In the same
career.
time,
Yeah, sorry. In the same time.
sad and so funny, because
Yeah, but his
don't know.
political career didn't last very long, did it?
he didn't. He just started as a joke and got too far for him. I think I saw he have a YouTube channel now. He's like painting walls and importing some Asian guys to work in Serbia, like for 200 or 300 euros, and that was his job. And this campaign was started as a joke, and he just got lost to getting so much support and votes.
I just want to relate to that when you said getting lost. I think we got lost as well because we were talking about fossil fuels